Welcome back to BeerFormers. This is episode 23. Still going strong. Still having people subscribe. We're up to 245 subscribers as of the filming of this.
So thank you all. That's great.
So
like and subscribe. Yeah. Like and subscribe.
Hit all the buttons. It's YouTube. If you don't know how YouTube works by now, why are you even here?
I don't know.
But we're glad you're here.
It'll be something new in about 5 years, though.
So I'm doing the No Shave November thing.
I like it.
Yeah. Getting ready for Thanksgiving here real soon. So, as promised in our last video, we're going to continue on with the same theme. Last time we did the Dinoforce, which, they were pretenders from Japan that formed a little...
And they made really fat monsters.
Yes. We're going to talk about the American version tonight, which was called the Monster Pretenders, and they morphed or merged into a super robot called Monstructor. They are identical as far as the robots go to the Dinoforce from Japan. Okay. Except for the colors, and the outer shells, instead of being dinos, are just kind of generic monsters. So let's just kind of jump right into them here.
And Ronan's going to join us.
Our buddy just jumped down here real quick. So first up, we have the outer shell of a guy called Slog.
Okay.
He's the nominal leader of the team this time, okay?
And again, I just want to point out, this was how they appeared on Earth. So there's no way anybody would not think that's weird.
But you're not supposed to be. Again, I think I played this last time. The way it was played off in the comic books is like the humans were on to the whole robot thing, and there was a force, and they had a force put together that was hunting down Autobots and Decepticons alike. So it's like, okay, we can go around and still do our thing, but they won't be coming after us because we're robots, because they think we're monsters.
And they absolutely wouldn't come after monsters. They wouldn't be horrified by this critter with
not the same way that they hated
5 eyes.
The way they hated the robots and stuff, right? All right. So this is the outer shell for Slog, the leader. He is the same robot here now as Kakuryu from the Dinoforce. This is Dinoforce Kakuryu. Here is Slog. So the difference is
exactly
just one of color, right? Yeah. Now, we'll go ahead and do these anyway, but this one here, as you maybe can tell, and I'll have a picture put on the screen, this one is made up almost entirely of the infamous gold plastic.
Yes. Don't let Noel touch that.
Which gets brittle with age, right? So if you want to transform Kakuryu again, just for the sake of it, go for it, okay? Okay. But you see that? So I'll keep Slog over here. I don't even really want to transform just because in case it might be the final one.
What am I turning him into?
Turns into a little little troll beast, whatever. I'm not sure. You got the legs folded right, and they just fold that back down.
Like this?
Yep. Hide the head. That was it.
Oh.
Yeah, it was really super basic.
Oh, yeah, there's the head.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's able to fit inside the back here. And just like the Dinoforce, the little backpack on the back holds the weapons and the combiner piece. And Slog
goes in here.
Kakuryu in this case.
It's like rubbery.
Yeah, it's rubbery. That was the only time they did that, too. All the other pretender shells were hard plastic. So he slides in the back there, and this can fit on.
Why did they do that?
I don't know. I think just to be a gimmick again. Like, ooh, these have realistic flesh or something like that.
Realistic monster flesh.
All right. So next up, moving down the line, we have who's known as Bird Brain.
Oh, yeah. Good name.
And the outer shell is kind of like a vulture monster.
Yeah.
And this is the hips of Monstructor. So the hip piece is stored in the back. This one here is identical to the Dinoforce one again. I think it doesn't really matter because this one is safe to transform.
Okay.
Okay. So that one you just take the guns out.
Guns out. All right. So it's going to become a critter. This looks like that goes like that.
I'm going to go ahead and get these ready for Monstructor form too.
Okay, this was easy. Okay. This one was easy. Yeah. I think. Yep. There we go.
This is
almost there.
A quadrupedal. Yeah. Creature there, basically.
Yeah, get that other leg down. There he is. So, see, I got him. There's his legs.
So, Bird Brain. Yep. So, just the kind of I don't know what kind of creature you'd call that. It's kind of got a beak. But, again, we'll put a picture up.
It's a Rylan.
A Rylan?
Yeah, Rhino Lion.
Oh, okay. Where
does this go?
This goes on the backpack.
Okay.
Like that.
Yeah.
So, the weapons would store back there. So
Bird Brain.
Yeah. So, next up, we have Wildfly. And Wildfly is kind of like a insectoid, winged kind of creature.
Yeah.
And this is an example of when you read about these and do some research on these, whatever plastic, because it's not really rubber, it's a soft plastic.
Yeah.
Whatever soft plastic they used to build these with is slightly unstable. He was supposed to be uniform, purple. And the parts that are green and red are paint. Purple was supposed to be the color, but look what's happening.
Oh yeah, he's getting splotchy.
Yeah, he's getting splotchy.
I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. Looks like he's got pink dots.
Several of these are doing it to different degrees, but he's one of the worst ones. But this is the same one.
It's kind of sticky too.
Yeah, something's
not right.
But this is the same one as the
wash my hands.
This is the same one as the Pteranodon one from the Dinoforce
Take the gun out.
Yeah, take the gun out.
Does the gun go on the back of this guy?
It does. Everything can store on these guys here, which is one
and I'm going to cover
the cool things here.
Cover the head, legs. This will go up like that.
Now,
I'm starting to sense a theme.
Starting to get it?
I think. Oh, yep.
Well, gets it. Billy Idol gets it.
Yeah, me and Billy Idol, man. Get it. All right, there he is. Little feet sticking. It's like a dinosaur, without a tail.
Yeah.
It's like a T-Rex without a tail and arms, not little stick claw arms like T-Rex.
Yeah, and it's like supposed to be this sort of little winged monster of some sort. So they're called
everything is just made up.
They were the monster pretenders, so their robot forms were that of monsters too, in addition to their pretender shells, right? Okay, next up is another.
Why didn't they just go around like this? If they were looking for monsters and not robots.
They had like one appearance in these particular characters had one appearance in the comic books.
Okay, so there's not a lot of room.
Not a lot of lore for these. Now, Monstructor has gotten some love recently in the last 15 years with the IDW comics. They were kind of like the first combiner.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay. And there was an experiment gone wrong, and they had too much power and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, see, that's cool.
Yeah.
I like that. Give me something.
But the original one, not so much. Next up is Bristleback. Bristleback's
the names are great.
Some sort of anteater.
It's got like web feet.
He's got like two blades up here. So it's like a cross between a turtle and an armadillo or something like that, right? Almost like something you see in Godzilla. His toy is also heavily gold plastic.
Oh.
So we will try to respect the integrity of that one. And we'll use the Dinoforce.
Is there gold plastic? No, that's the rubber.
No, the rubberized things don't have any gold plastic on, so we're safe there.
So cover the head. Yep. Push down the legs.
And while you're doing that, I'm going to get the Monstructor.
Move this body over. Yeah, I've got this now. I can do this in my sleep. Boom.
Well, you did it last week. Last episode.
Are you?
So
you're trying to claim that I had practice.
You've had a little practice on these at least. I know you don't exactly keep all the Transformers in the old skull from episode to episode, but yeah. No. So this would transform into this, but just different colors. And again, I'm not willing to risk the gold plastic. This one is notorious for breaking.
Okay.
Because he's really tight on his hips. When you fold the legs back, that's when it goes. Slog, I've not heard as many reports of him going as much, but I'm just trying to hedge my bets because I don't want to have to repurchase these. You know how that goes, right?
Yeah.
All right. So that was Bristleback. Next up, we have Ice Pick.
Oh yeah.
Ice Pick. And Ice Pick's is the based
favorite
off
movie is Basic Instinct.
Based off the one that was the leader of the Dinoforce, which was Go Ryu, if I remember correctly, right? So that's his robot.
All right.
And so that's that. Yep, you get it.
Yep. I think that's like that. The gun.
You forgot the gun. So that one, you just fold the head down and flip the legs back, and then the arms are the actual arms.
Oh, I see it now. Yeah. I see it now, like this.
Yeah, and on the back is the foot pad.
Whoa, sorry, buddy. There he goes.
So again, no differences at all between these and the ones they sold in Japan, except for coloration. And last but not least, we have Scowl. Okay, Scowl is like this rock monster.
Okay.
And I'll take the foot pad off there, so you can show that one right there. Okay. Again, that one also feels a little sticky if you think about it, right?
Yeah, that's so weird. It's probably made out of Happy Fun Ball material.
It's probably outgassing something, and every time we touch it,
do not taunt.
We shave a couple of years off the lifespan there.
I'm pretty sure that's true. Is that all this is?
Yeah. It transforms the exact same way as Ice Pick there. All right. So just there's the head that flips down too. But otherwise, it's like a little wolf monster, a little wolf werewolf type thing or something like that. So just like last week, or last week, it was 2 weeks ago. Last episode, these guys combine into an identical super robot.
Yeah.
Just with different colors.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
There's 6.
12, 13 toys. Wow.
Yeah,
13 toys in one.
Yep, 13 toys in one. So this came out only 1 year in America, just like it only came out 1 year in Japan. So it's by far the smallest combiner that they've made for the Generation 1, at least. I can't remember if there's something that would be considered a smaller combiner for that. They made MicroMaster combiners in Japan.
Oh, really?
And that were taller than this one.
Oh, my goodness.
We've already seen the Micromaster in the previous episode.
Yeah.
We'll probably break out more Micromasters again someday. But yeah, so this was called Monstructor. He has a big gun, if you want to put the gun in his hand.
Yeah, let's do that.
He's got a big... Oh, look what you did there.
Except that I just cut his arm off.
It just pops off. You know,
sorry, dude.
They don't fit together super well.
There, I got it.
If you get this set, beware of the gold plastic, because again, that's something that's going to be a problem.
Did they all get sold in one set?
No, you can only buy these on card, is what they called them. Pardon me, I got a cough. You can only buy them carded, which means they came on the blister pack, you know, on a card like that. You had to hunt them down separately.
Did you get them in the blister pack, or did you get them
when I was a kid, collecting these, I only owned Slog and Wildfly.
Okay.
So I acquired the other ones through eBay and things like that later on in life after I graduated from college and discovered eBay.
I know.
Oh, 1995.
Yeah. Hard to believe there was a world without eBay.
I know. So, just want to highlight them and show them again because, again, if you watched our last episode, you have seen this toy. So no surprises there, but it is the exact same thing. This is what we got in America. All right. So you get the exact same toys here in different colors, but you did get a whole different set of Pretender shells, which were kind of cool.
That's interesting.
And the rubberized thing was, I guess, sort of a fun novelty, I guess. But you know, and then it's kind of cool how they all fit in the back. They all would just slide. Boom. Regular Pretenders had a two-piece shell for the most part that would split open completely. We did one of them when we did Metal Hawk.
They just had like a compartment.
Yeah, they just had a little compartment in the back. Just like the Dinoforce had the dinosaur component. Yeah. It's the same idea, just a different one. Why Hasbro didn't bring... I don't know the answer to this. I'm not sure with the chicken or the egg on this one.
Okay.
That's what I don't know. I have a feeling... just based upon a feeling and kind of some things that I've seen here and there, that this came first, and then Takara sold it as the dinos back there. And here's the reason why. All right. All these inside forms have nothing to do with dinosaurs.
Right.
You know,
they absolutely don't.
In many ways, they mirror.
They mirror the monster. Yeah,
because the Wildfly was a flying creature. Yeah. This guy here with these little fins, that was a bristleback. The beast mode, the Pretender shell had fins. Ice Pick has like these claw things, and his toy robot inside has kind of like clawy type arms, you know. So that's why I think these guys came first, and if for whatever reason when Takara decided, we're going to sell this in Japan, we don't like these, we'll do dinosaurs. Maybe there was a big dinosaur craze going on in Japan.
That makes sense.
Dinos are going to sell better, so they did, but I don't know that for sure.
Can I try to see if I can remember their names?
Sure.
All right, let's see how I do, okay? This one is Ice Pick.
Yeah, I just did that one. Good job.
This one is Bird Brain.
Yes.
This one is Slog.
Yes.
Bristleback.
Yes.
All right, this is where it gets tough. Smudge.
No.
Smock.
No. Smock. Like a paint shirt. He's a paint shirt.
Scowl.
Scowl.
This is the last one I can't remember. Splotchy.
He is now Wildfly.
Wildfly. Okay. I did.
Yep. That's not bad. That's bad.
What is it? How many are there? 4 out of 6 I got?
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Right.
That was pretty good.
Thank
That's
you.
pretty good.
All right.
So again, no new revelations as far as how the toys go. Again, this is the exact same thing as Dino King, just different colors and with different Pretender shells. So when I first got these, I was happy with that. I'm like, pretty cool. Then that's when I discovered that the Japanese had something slightly different. So I had to track down the Dino King.
Had to make room on the shelf for those.
So they're both set in the same shelf, just one above the other. You know.
Which one's above?
I have the Dinoforce above the Monster Pretenders. Probably because they're rarer.
Oh, okay.
So when I highlight them, like, bah,
insight into how his brain works.
Yeah, maybe a little bit there. But when I first collected this, I'm like, man, that's dinky. That's a little bitty guy.
He's so tiny.
But as portrayed in the IDW comic books, he is not a dinky guy when he combines. He's big and menacing and don't want to mess with him and stuff, you know. So.
But he's clearly not a monster. No. So that he's going to get attacked.
Well,
so none of this is making sense to me.
There was a thing that they did a lot in the early days of Transformers when it came to like giving the guys, the different people powers.
Yeah.
I think it was done primarily by the people at Marvel who were coming up with all the bios for everybody. Basically, they turned it over to Marvel and said, who are these people? You know, and come up with a story with it, right? So because, I guess, Bob Budiansky is the guy who mostly is responsible for this. I don't know. I'd have to, read an interview from him or something like that. I'm not sure why he did this, because you'd think just the being able to transform back and forth would be enough.
Yeah.
But almost everybody in that first year of Transformers had a power of some sort, right?
Like
Skywarp. Like Skywarp, the Decepticon jet. He could teleport.
Oh, okay.
Okay? Wasn't something that actually was done with the toy. You couldn't make the toy do anything like that, but it was some sort of play feature you could pretend and imagine with it, right? So one of the things that's going back to this, even though he wasn't one of the first years, in the write-up, the bio for Monstructor, he would ooze acid and things like that.
Right, so that's pretty cool.
So I guess that maybe some sort of residue, I guess, off of the Pretender process or something like that.
Somebody cuts you off, you can ooze some acid under their tires. And
maybe. Everything he touched would burn and stuff like that. Now, as I mentioned with Dinoforce, when they would pop out of the dinosaur thing, and you never saw the Dinoforce transformed. They were either robots or they were inside their Pretender shell. Again, these guys had such few appearances, so it really doesn't matter how they were portrayed. But the way the Pretenders were typically portrayed in the United States is that when they popped out of the Pretender shell could still operate. So they remote controlled with their brains, I guess, so they could.
So these guys would all be like fighting alongside.
So as Monstructor is going through, I guess all their shells would be trailing after them.
And I would be horrified. I'd be running from this stuff because this is like Godzilla stuff here.
And if my memory serves me right, in Victory, the cartoon that had Dinoforce, when they popped out of their dino shell and formed Dino King, the basically it's almost as if their Pretender shells didn't exist for a little bit.
Cicada shells.
I guess so. They disappeared somewhere in the background, almost like Optimus Prime's trailer. You pull it in, the trailer back up, and it's just gone.
Transformers physics.
So effectively, those Pretender shells are gone. So that's Monstructor, the American version of Dino King, and let's celebrate now with some beer.
No, okay, so little different this week, since this is kind of like, a repeat almost from the last episode.
Yes,
okay,
in many ways.
And to date stamp this particular episode, we're entering the holiday season. So we're going to kind of just take it easy tonight and do a toast. Full disclosure, it's a beer that we've already tried, but funny story behind it.
And it's not from a microbrewery.
So the beer we're doing tonight is from Aldi. So let me grab it.
If you're into Aldi, you know what that means.
Limeveza Lime Lager. So here's the story behind this. I'll give you some insight into how we roll. We go grocery shopping, and we've tried Aldi has lots of different beers. They're always from different brewers throughout the United States.
We're overseas.
We've done Aldi's beer advent calendars, and we've loved it. We always have fun seeing what they have. But we haven't bought anything in a while. He always checks the end cap, though. And this time he looks, and they had these Limeveza Lime Lager beers for $4 for a 6-pack. And we're like, we would be silly not to try it.
Exactly.
I mean, so
they're basically begging you to buy this beer.
So we go and we try it, and not thinking much about it. I mean, I didn't think that I would be wowed, and it's actually a very refreshing beer. So Dave went back and bought like 5 boxes. Our refrigerator is now full of Limeveza Lime Lager from Aldi for the holidays.
I think it's actually brewed by something inside the can. It's like something in Virginia Beach.
Let's see.
I've never heard of it before.
Brewed and canned by ABW Virginia Beach. That's what it says.
Yep.
LLC. So it's in Virginia Beach, Virginia.
We've never actually been there, so we didn't do any research on them. But Aldi is a good place to shop. If you have Aldi's near you, you should be shopping there because you're going to save a lot of money.
And believe it or not, it's called Limeveza Lime Lager. It's lager brewed with lime. Can you believe that stuff?
A little hazy.
Yeah. Yeah, it is actually a little hazy, which
it's a little on the low side for alcohol, too. It's only 4.5%.
But, I mean, it is very crisp. I mean, you can smell it. You can smell it. It's almost like, we've had beer burritos.
What it reminded me the most of, and this is like almost 20 years gone. That's
very high on the lime though.
Anheuser-Busch had a product called Tequiza.
Yeah,
it's very similar to Tequiza. If you remember that, if you're as old as we are, I remember Tequiza back in the day.
It is very lime forward. I mean, this is perfect to have with your chips and salsa.
Yes.
So or a taco
with Tex-Mex food.
Yeah. So, but we'll be enjoying this. The holiday season. So.
We got to share with the family because we'll have get-togethers coming up for Thanksgiving. So, If you're one of those people out there who doesn't like the holidays because you have a crappy family, I'm sorry. We're the opposite. We have a fun family. We get together and have a good time and drink beer.
Can't wait. We'll have lots of toast like this. Yay! So, anyway, that's Limeveza.
But I mean, if you go to your local Aldi's, if you have them where you're in your area where you watch this, go in there and check out the beer aisle.
Yeah,
because they get stuff once in a while.
Sometimes they have beer from local St. Louis breweries, and sometimes they have beer from.
I think they'll have Schlafly beers.
Yeah, and we've seen some from other places, but then sometimes they have what I would call the Aldi store brand. So they're taking other people's beers, they're slapping their labels on it, but we found some really fun stuff before.
And typically we didn't get it this year, and maybe if we go again, they'll finally have it. We'll pick it up. But they usually put out a pretty cool beer advent calendar.
Yeah. We didn't do
that this year. Knock on wood. We'll see. But
last year was a blast. It's like every day you pop. We go, what do we get tonight? We pop the cardboard, pull it up, and they were all beautiful cans. I kept the cans all season long and made a little tree out of them.
As you can see in the background, we do cans and stuff.
But one day it was a Scotch ale, and one day it was a peanut butter chocolate stout.
One day it was a small bottle of whiskey.
Yeah, no, that was a different.
Oh, that was a different one, wasn't it? That was one our friends got us from.
Yeah, it was Urban Chestnut.
Urban Chestnut.
Yeah.
Urban Chestnut.
The Urban Chestnut one was crazy because it was almost like they took all the products they could find that were left over from like a wholesaler or something, because they weren't Urban Chestnut beers.
Right.
We didn't know what we were going to get.
22-ounce
Modelo. Literally. We pulled that one out. We're like, how did they even fit this in here? We took that one camping.
We did.
And there was something called Tiger Blood Seltzer. Yeah. I mean, that one was nuts.
Fun. It was fun, though.
It really was fun. But, yeah, literally the last day of Advent was a fifth of whiskey. That was amazing.
Yep.
But so we love little treats like that. But anyway, this is a fun little treat from Aldi. Dave, do you have any other Aldi beers that you like in particular? I remember that at Cherry Wheat one time. That was really awesome.
That was a good one. I can't remember what it was called except for Cherry Wheat.
Yeah.
A lot of them are really on the nose as far as their names.
Yeah.
A couple of them, I promise I wouldn't mention it, but a couple of them have some names that are maybe somewhat unfortunate sometimes. But
you're talking about the one that's like
it's their
wheat, their orange wheat.
It's their Blue Moon knockoff. Yeah, it's got an unfortunate name, which I guess I won't say out loud because I don't want to embarrass anybody, but
they've had hard grades.
And they've got something that's like Warsteiner too. Yeah, they've got it's all these is kind of getting famous for their own brands. They're a German company, so they're able to import some German beers that maybe we just haven't heard of. Yeah. But they're all I haven't really had a bad one yet. So this brings us to the end of this episode. So as we say, if you'd like to know anything more about any other Transformer, let us know. Drop us a line. We'll be happy to review it. If you want to know anything more about a different kind of beer or spirit.
Yeah, something you want us to try. We're always looking for recommendations.
Even if it's from just a regular grocery store. It doesn't always have to be a microbrew place. But we do tend to favor those because they're fun to go to and try totally different things. Let us know that too as well. And as we always say here, make sure you play responsibly and drink responsibly like we did tonight by not destroying our gold plastic syndrome toys.
Not letting Noel touch them was rule number one.
Real quick, I have one on the shelf over there. It's from the Generation 2 line. It's one of the aerial bots. It's Slingshot. He's made entirely out of gold plastic. And mine is like held together with super glue, and they're like, I don't even like looking at it sometimes. So my friends,
it's like the leg lamp.
Yeah,
oh
it's like,
man,
yeah, that's a good analogy.
Use up all the glue.
It's like the leg lamp or Christmas Story. So the gold plastic thing is real. If you haven't encountered it yet, good for you.
Yeah.
If you do encounter it, oh man, I feel sorry for it because there's a lot of cool toys out there that have that plastic.
What a shame.
Yeah, and it's just one of those things. I think it's the chemicals break down.
Yeah.
So anyway, so wrapping things up one more time: play responsibly, drink responsibly. Let us know if you want to see any beers or any other Transformers. Otherwise, hit all those buttons. Keep telling your friends about us. We'd like to see all those subscribers. Thanks for catching us here again on BeerFormers, and happy Thanksgiving coming up next week.
That's right, and on BeerFormers, it's Cheers.